Snatch your waist in. This one just feels a little bit low to me. And there's a couple things that I'm like, potentially lose. A girl kind of dip down in the back. This is like the best my butt has ever looked in a pair of seamless leggings. Like, hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. And this might be my most highly requested Alphalete review ever. But today we're reviewing a bunch of stuff from Alphalete's latest Black Friday sale launch. So everything was on sale. And the most sought after leggings in this collection, the Amplify leggings, made of Alphalete's signature seamless fabric. And they have a booty scrunch, but it's not like your normal booty scrunch. Let me tell you, the glutes, astronomical on these. And not only have I gotten so many requests to review these, but I've also never seen so many of you tell me that you're obsessed with a pair of leggings. Honestly, since like the OG Revival leggings, like not the 2020 ones, but like the original 2018 Revivals. So clearly these have some high expectations to live up to. I've actually already worked out in these. Oh, Pinto, hey. And I still do have some critiques on these. So I will be giving you the real unbiased tea since I did buy all of these myself. If you like super in-depth, honest reviews, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell because I don't really have an upload schedule. I just upload whenever I have something to talk about. So it's a little surprise. In addition to the Amplify leggings, I also got a sweatshirt, my first ever Alphalete like hoodie, and I got some Surface Path leggings. I haven't tried the Surface Path since it first launched like last summer, and I feel like they've definitely made some improvements. So I'm excited to try those. Without further ado, let's start trying everything on. First things first, we have to talk about the Amplify leggings. Trying anything else first would truly be a crime. So I believe I got these for 15% off. I got them for $61. Everyone's been like rushing to get like more of these Amplify leggings. They're like, oh my gosh, they're sold out. I would be hard pressed to believe that Alphalete is not going to bring these back in different colors in like their next couple of launches. They always do that. They love to bring back old styles and new colors. So I feel like we're going to be seeing more colors of these leggings in future Alphalete launches very soon. I don't work with them, so I don't really like know for sure. But if you know Alphalete, you know what's happening. So if you miss these, don't go buying them online for like twice the price. Just wait. I got them in the color Bordeaux and I did get a size small. That's kind of my normal Alphalete size. In their shorts, I sometimes go for a medium and that's a little better for me, but in their leggings I find the small just fits me a little better. So there's a couple things I absolutely love about these leggings and there's a couple things that I'm like, First thing, I absolutely love the waistband. This is the same waistband as their biker shorts from over the summer. They have 3 levels of compression and it really just snatches you in. A lot of seamless leggings just love to be big and gape on the waist. Maybe not when you're standing, but if you're squatting, I hate that little gape thing. I just hate it so much. So these truly snatch your waist in, give it a nice little. You have the lowest amount of compression on the bottom, medium in the middle, and then the tightest compression at the top. They always have a really nice embroidered logo. Alphalete always kills it with the logos. I will never stop mentioning that because I hate cheap logos. Speaking of cheap logos, I'm wearing these Gymshark joggers I got a while ago and they're half their logo just like totally peeled off. Love that. Second thing I love about the leggings, the booty scrunch. It's like kind of a collection of seams, very similar to the Gymshark camo if you've ever had the original like camo seamless. It's on like the newer animal seamless and camo seamless as well, but Gymshark is where I saw this kind of scrunch first. It's a lot more subtle of a booty scrunch and it doesn't like collect all of the fabric. It just kind of like adds some separation to your glutes and it's super flattering. But some things I don't absolutely love about these leggings is for some reason on me they like kind of dip down a little bit in the back because the booty scrunch kind of takes away some of the fabric. It just kind of like isn't as high waisted as I would like in the back. Like the front and sides are good and the back kind of dips down and maybe that would be fixed by a bigger size, but usually when I size up I get like a little fabric gathering around the crotch and I don't like that. So there's that. Also, I just wish there were like some more details along the leg in general, like maybe like some of that like ladder panel detailing that they had on the seamless biker shorts. I really liked that. These are kind of plain. The fabric is really thin and you're not gonna get like a ton of cellulite coverage. This fabric is pretty good with sweat though because it is like slightly marled, so I would feel comfortable doing like a sweaty workout in these. And sometimes wearing this fabric just kind of stresses me out because like literally any little catch you get on these leggings, like you are going to damage the leggings. And I'm so careful with my leggings. And for some reason I already have like a couple little like fuzzies. Like I don't even know if I did this or what, but I just kind of have like a little fuzziness that I'm noticing already. And I've literally worn these like a single time. And the Amplify leggings are made of the same material as the seamless biker shorts from over the summer. And I love these so much, but I have to avoid doing certain exercises with them because with these I was doing hip thrusts one day and like my butt has to like be on the ground. And sometimes gym floors are like a little uneven and like on most leggings like that wouldn't be an issue. But on these I got got like this little catch, and like I know it's not very noticeable, but something like this isn't just gonna like go away, and I don't really know how to get rid of it. So just wanted to mention that these will not be your most durable legging, so I would be careful if you have like sharp nails or jewelry even getting them on. Honestly, treat them like tights. Like if you get a run in tights, it's not going away. So I talked a lot, so we're just gonna do a super quick try on for these. All right, super quick, here they are. So I absolutely love the compression on the waist. It's a nice high compression waistband, but it's all in the right places. Because you have the most compression at the top, you're not getting squeezed like right here in like the love handle area, so you don't have that like indent right above your hips. It's a lot more flattering on like fuller hips. No front seam, and I'm not really getting any gathering, so that's not an issue for me. Not only do they have just like a lot of stretch in general and that they're very stretchy leggings, they also have a lot of vertical stretch, so I can actually like pull these down and make them a full length when I'm pretty sure they're not a 28-inch inseam. So if you're like a tall girl, usually Alphalete leggings are pretty good because you can kind of stretch them down to make it work for you. The rest of the leggings are honestly only like a light to medium compression. They're not super compressive. The leggings are very thin, and this material is just like very lightweight and breathable. Definitely not a winter legging. Hopefully it's showing up, but you can see it's nice and high-waisted in the front and even on the sides, and it just dips down a little bit in the back to the point where it kind of comes down a little bit during my workouts. So I do find myself pulling them up a little more in the back. I would not expect these to be very cellulite friendly. Maybe the tiniest bit because they do have a little bit of marl to them, but I would not expect a lot of cellulite coverage. And the glute separation on these really is something else. Like if you want something to flatter your glutes, this is like the best my butt has ever looked in a pair of seamless leggings. Like I can't deny that. These are the kind of leggings when you're like walking by yourself in the mirror and you're like, okay, like gym progress, it's being made. But it's also not the kind of seamless that I'm gonna feel super self-conscious in because it doesn't like wrinkle up a lot and collect a lot of fabric. It's literally just like a little seam down the middle that just offers some separation. Like I wouldn't even consider this a true scrunch because it's not like scrunchy. Okay, I've talked so much about these. We really need to move on. Final consensus on these leggings. I absolutely love how they feel and fit on my waist and how they look on my glutes. My only hesitation with them is that the fabric feels a little bit delicate, but I will be keeping these and I will be working out in them. So stay tuned in my monthly Love It or Leave It videos to see how these hold up. I really hope they hold up because they truly are one of Alphalete's best leggings that they've come out with this year. I mean, hello. It's been a while since I've had an Alphalete sports bra in their seamless material. For some reason, they don't make a lot of sports bras in their seamless material. This is the Amplify sports bra to match the Amplify leggings in Bordeaux. I got a size small and I paid $44 for this. It was on sale again because everything was on sale for their Black Friday. So this is kind of a simple V-neck sports bra. Looks like it'll have decent coverage. I haven't actually tried this one yet. And then the straps are actually like pretty thick in the back. I feel like this looks like a little strange and it's definitely like very obviously like sewn into the back here. It's not like super seamless in the back, but maybe it'll look better when it's on. They have a ribbed bra band with the Alphalete logo embroidered in as usual. Here you can see the back is like kind of sewn in. They do have removable cut pads, and then the front little ruche detail actually looks the same as like how the booty scrunch looks, so that's kind of tied in as well. And it is a double thickness of the fabric, so it should be a little more compressive than the leggings were. So let's try it on. All right, so here's the Amplify bra, and I have to say, compared to the other bras made of Alphalete seamless fabric, like I think it was like the Revival Vault bra, something about the Vault bra for the Revivals, it just like didn't fit me really well and wasn't like super flattering. And then definitely way better than the Aero bra. The Alphalete Aero bra ran like super weird in sizing. It was just like, honestly, I hated that bra. So this one is definitely much better. I feel like the shape is more flattering. I like the V. Honestly, I could have done without this little seam thing. I know it kind of ties it into the scrunch in the back of the leggings, but it kind of just stretches out and doesn't really add a whole lot. I am getting just a little bit of side boob spillage. I don't think I'm gonna fall out of it, but I definitely could use a little extra coverage on the sides of these. Honestly, I've never had an Alphalete bra that I've had like perfect coverage in, so I'm not like too surprised. I would definitely call it true to size, though. I feel like I'm being nicely compressed, about a medium compression, nice and snug in the waistband, but not too tight. And actually, that's a solid medium support. It's not too bad. Shimmy test, I'm actually staying in pretty well. So the straps are nice and thick, which always makes it really comfortable when it goes over the traps. And then here's the back. It is like a lot of coverage in the back. It's not necessarily a bad thing, just like up to preference. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it just because of the side boob. Also, I used to like have to wear like matching sets to the gym all the time, and recently I've kind of like strayed from that, and I've been like mixing and matching a little more, so I feel like I might just wear like a plain colored bra with this just because I prefer other bras a little bit. But in terms of Alphalete seamless bras, this is definitely a win. also got the Amplify biker shorts in a size medium in the color Dark Water, which is this really pretty, like kind of like jade green, almost like blue color. And as I'm taking this out, I don't know if you guys can see this, but I just took off this big little like fuzzy thing. I literally always get fuzzies coming off my Alphalete stuff. The shorts look totally fine after I pulled that off. Anyways, I did get these in a size medium because my other biker shorts from Alphalete, I preferred the size medium. These are very similar to the leggings in that they have that 3-tiered layer of compression in the waistband. These are already feeling like they're resisting my stretch a little more than the Bordeaux ones. Sometimes different colors of like any legging from any brand feel a little different, so that's important to note. Kind of glad I got the medium in these then. Like the leggings, these have like a little slight area of shading down the side of the leg, but it's not like extra compressive. It doesn't have any texture or anything. Seamless in the front, and then they also have that scrunch in the back. Here's an up close of the scrunch, just like a little collection of seams, and then they are a biker short length. So let's try these on. Peach finally came to say hi. How's it going, girl? All right, so here we have the Amplify biker shorts in the Dark Water color. So I did size up to a medium on these, and honestly, these feel just as tight in the waist as the small, really compressing my waist, and we're still not gaping at all, which is a plus. If you have a larger waist size, like I feel like this might be a little snug. Definitely a nice biker length. I believe these are an 8-inch inseam, which is nice. Something that I always like about the Alphalete biker shorts is that because this fabric is so like stretchy and seamless, it never compresses my thighs even a little bit. In most biker shorts, I get at least some squishage, but these don't make any sort of indent in my thighs. So if you have really thick thighs, Alphalete biker shorts are actually amazing. So the main difference I'm noticing with the medium, as I kind of suspected, is I just do have a little bit of extra fabric in the crotch area, which can draw like a little extra attention. I feel like in the darker colors, it's not a big deal. So keep in mind, if you size up, you might get a little extra fabric around there, but honestly, everywhere else fits pretty good. And we're still getting a lot of glute separation with the scrunch in the back. These feel pretty similar overall, like in compression and everything, to the leggings. And I still feel like it's kind of high in the front and the sides and still dips slightly in the back. I feel like they could have just made the back like a teeny bit longer just to compensate for that. Overall, I would say definitely solid biker shorts, probably more suited for the summer because this fabric is pretty lightweight. I also forgot to mention in the leggings, but this goes for both. Even though there's a scrunch, sometimes scrunches can feel like super invasive and just feel like they're pulling up everywhere. I would actually say this one feels pretty good because the leggings are so stretchy. I'm not getting like a lot of tightness in the scrunch. So this is definitely one of the more comfortable scrunches. Next, I got the Surface Path laser cut leggings in the color Half Moon. I got these for $52, which is pretty good for Alphalete actually. Okay, I just hate when they include these giant tags that I can't like remove to try on because it makes them so uncomfortable. And then they're like, oh, you can't return it if you take it off. Anyways, I'm actually super excited about these because I love a nice cross waist. I think it's super flattering. And these have no front seam. Last time I tried the Surface Path leggings, they did have a front seam. I've actually never tried the Surface laser cut detail ones, which is a nice little touch. And these are like $10 cheaper than the Amplify leggings, which is kind of surprising to me. And then another moment of appreciation for their logos. It's not an embroidered logo, it is rubberized, but it's like better than like those press-on logos. And it's always really sturdy. And it's super subtle because it's the exact same color as the leggings. Very slightly tapered seams in the back, so should be flattering on the glutes, and then kind of just various laser cut details down the leg. These look like they're going to be decently long, like at least a 7/8 length. And the fabric is very slightly brushed. These I feel like are more durable than their Alpha Luxe leggings, which I thought I loved the Alpha Luxe leggings at first, but I feel like I like this fabric a little bit better just because already I can tell it's collecting less lint and stuff, so I like that. So let's try these on. All right, so here are the Surface laser cut leggings. Unfortunately, we got some tags going on. These are just so excessive. I can't even try on the leggings with them. Like, stop with that. I don't get why like some things have tags, like these have tags, but the Amplify leggings had no tags. Anyways, I definitely think that these have improved since the first time I tried them. I actually really like the fabric. It reminds me of the Buff Bunny Energy fabric, except like a little bit thinner, but definitely a similar feel of like a nice structured brushed fabric that I feel like will actually probably hold up to pilling pretty well. These are actually a decent length on me. I would consider this like basically full length. These had a good amount of vertical stretch as well, which just allowed me to like pull them down to like be a full length. I'm loving the no front seam. It's actually working pretty well for me. There's not any extra fabric gathering around here. This is a size small, super true to size, I would say. These fit really well and they still have a good amount of stretch to them. Don't feel any restriction stretching here. Yeah, actually these are like super stretchy. This fabric is better than I remembered it. There's something about this V-waist that I just don't love though. I do like that it comes down like a teeny bit in the front, goes up at the sides, and it does stay pretty high in the back as well. I almost feel like the waistband portion should just be a little bit longer, like the Airy Real Me cross waist leggings. I really like how nice and thick and high that cross waist is. This one just feels a little bit low to me. Maybe it's because these look like a mid-rise legging and I don't really love mid-rise leggings. At least it's covering the sides because that's an area I just like to keep a little bit covered. Laser cut detail is super subtle. Honestly, I'm not like a huge laser cut person. It's not like I don't like them. They just like don't really entice me or anyway, but they're nice. I will just say if you have nails, be careful getting these on because if you put your nails through these and try to like pull them up, you will end up with holes. The back of these is pretty good. I was excited about the slightly curved seams, except they could just sit a little bit higher on me. They are coming down to my glutes. Like I would have to pull them up quite a bit to be like above my glutes here. So I would just say, oh my gosh, I didn't rate the Amplify on the booty scale. Okay, obviously they're high on the booty scale, okay? We all knew that. These I would say medium to high just because that could be a smidge higher. You know, maybe even a medium. I don't know, compared to the Amplify leggings, really like nothing's gonna look quite as good. I would say cellulite friendly at the most. Definitely not gonna be cellulite proof, but these actually do have a little bit of thickness and structure to them. These will likely show a little bit of sweat, but they do feel like they're gonna dry pretty quickly. Overall, these get about a medium compression, and they're actually not collecting a lot of lint. I don't know if it's just this color, but usually as soon as I put on a pair of leggings, even if I don't even sit on my couch or anything, I end up with some sort of cat fur because of Peach who just walked by. These are actually not becoming a magnet for lint, so that is a good sign. And sit test, I'm so sorry, I forgot the sit test for the Amplify leggings. I haven't filmed in like 2 weeks, so we're still getting back into it. And I'd say these are pretty good. They're probably not gonna like roll down too much because they're not like super high. Actually, okay, they roll down a little bit. That also might be because of this tag. I think it is because of the tag. Okay, I would say they pass the sit test. So yeah, overall, I do like them a lot. I would actually say that this is one of Alphalite's better materials. The only thing for me is I would like them to be a little bit higher. These are just too much of a mid-rise for me. If you don't like leggings that are super high, or if you have a shorter torso, these might work for you. But for me, with like just like a super long torso, I just like a little more height in my waist. Then I got the Surface Laser Cut Wrap Bra. I got this for $35 in the same Half Moon color, and this is also a small. So I've never been brave enough to try one of the Alphalete wrap bras because I just feel like the girls are just gonna come right out because I don't know, it just doesn't seem very secure to me, but we're gonna try it because it always looks really cute. They have the same rubberized logo on the front here. They also have a little laser cut detail in the back, and then they have like this weird elastic thing connecting the straps. And this part just looks a little bit cheap to me. I wish they could have done something without this because the rest of the bra looks so nice, and this is just like weirdly inserted in the middle. I'm sure it has a purpose of like creating a little more elasticity or something. I don't know, I could have lived without it though. Call me crazy, but I think one of the sides of the bra looks a little more fuzzy than the other. Like this side I can definitely see like some fuzziness and stuff, and there's like a little string, and this side seems like totally smooth. I don't know if you can tell from side to side, but it definitely looks different. And lastly, they just have a thick elastic band at the bottom to be nice and secure. So let's try it on. So just like I thought, the sports bra is very boobalicious. A little too much for me for the gym. Do I feel confident and do I feel like I look good? Yes. Do I really want to work out in this and like lean over and like potentially lose a girl? No. Keep in mind I do wear a 32 triple D, so if you're a smaller cup size, this probably will work better for you. I feel like with smaller cup sizes, it like kind of like amps up the girls a little bit, gives you a little like push-up look, and it's like super flattering, but for me it's just a little bit too much for the public. I also feel like you can really see the roundness of the cup pads, and don't get me wrong, I actually really like circle cup pads because I feel like they usually sit really well in sports bras, but since this is a triangle like shape sports bra, I think a triangle shaped cup pad would actually work a little better because you wouldn't see the edges around here. So I wish they had used the triangle cup pads, but if I were to keep this bra, honestly, I'd probably just switch it out with other triangle cup pads that I have, because I don't know about you guys, but I have like never ending cup pads. I don't even know where they come from, but they just collect. So anyways, in terms of sizing, definitely true to size. The band feels nice and snug at the bottom, but it's not too tight. Actually decent side boob coverage. I'd say just like the teeniest bit on the edge, but it's better than the Amplify bra actually. Definitely a lot of cleavage. And in terms of support, it's like a light support, maybe light to medium depending on your size. And while I may not actually lose a girl, I feel like after that, like I'd want to like, you know, tuck them back in where they're supposed to be a little bit. This is a beautiful color though. I actually really like the color because it's almost a blue, and we all know I love blue. And here's the back. It's definitely a nice open back, good for the back days because you can see all your muscles working. It's definitely a comfortable sports bra because the fabric is super soft. Nice thick straps to kind of relieve some of the tension across your traps. So yeah, it's actually a really pretty bra, but the reason I never bought it before was because I thought it would be a little too much for me, and it just is like a little bit too much for me, but it is very pretty. And lastly, this wasn't part of the launch, but this is a little gift to myself for Christmas. I got the Signature Performance crop hoodie in ivory. I've wanted an Alphalete hoodie for a long time. They always seem so comfy, and I've been wearing a lot more like crop hoodies on the way to the gym. So I got myself this one. I've already worn it a couple times. It is super soft on the inside, and it has the Alphalete logo across the front, but it matches perfectly to the color of the sweatshirt, so it blends in really well. And I just feel like they have a lot of details on these sweatshirts that just like seem really luxurious and nice. So here you can see the logo across the front. It's kind of like this rubberized situation. And the inside of the sweatshirt is super like fleece lined and fuzzy and just so soft. And then they even have their logo across the little outline of the little like drawstring here. And they have like these nice little aglets on the end. Love to see it. So let's try it on real quick. All right, so lastly, we got the cropped hoodie. And I will say I have to wear like a definite high-rise legging for these to hit the top of the leggings. That's just more reinforcement to me that these Surface Path leggings are just like a little too low on me. I need them to be a little higher so the sweatshirt can be a good size. I did get a size small on the sweatshirt. I didn't want it to be like too huge and oversized since I am just like wearing this to and from the gym, and I don't wear like shirts to the gym. I just wear sports bras underneath, so I don't need like a ton of space to layer. It is super comfy, definitely encouraging me to get like a full length Alphalete sweatshirt on their next sale. Personally, I usually wait for their sales to get the sweatshirts because they're usually still in stock, and they usually have their birthday sale, I think like February or March. So keep your eyes peeled for that. The sleeves are also a full length on me, which is nice because I am tall. I wouldn't say my arms are like my longest feature, but it's still nice to be a full length. The hood is super cozy, and yeah, there's not much to say about it other than it's really soft, but if you have a long torso like me, it may not hit the top of your leggings. All right, so that is it for the review. You guys always like to know my favorites and what I'm keeping at the end of the review. So I'm definitely keeping this little hoodie. And I think the Amplify leggings, but the shorts had a little too much room for me. The sports bra I also just wasn't in love with, so I feel like I'm just gonna wear the leggings with a different top. In the Surface Path, I totally thought I was gonna fall in love with it, but it's just a little too low rise for me. It was just a little higher, so I'm also not gonna keep that. So it'll just be the sweatshirt and the Amplify leggings. And I also got Ian some stuff from Alphalete, but he's getting it for Christmas, so we're still waiting on that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're not already subscribed, what are you doing? It's free. Hope you guys are all doing well, and I will see you next time. Bye!